Yeah, I totally was late. There's no excuse for that one. 100% total late indeed. Ah well. It's okay though. I was just like, wait, I should be going live now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and then suddenly, oh yeah, shit, I still have to actually, tweet the thing. Ooh. I'll take a pack. Manay.com. And Piganizzi and Coco. And TBC and Cormalook. Good to see y'all. Now, let's see. Did we win our final game today? Yesterday? No. No, we did not. So I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the next deck. And just have a chill opener. Sounds about right. Oh, how are you guys today? It's not much you know. But yeah, for some reason it's like oddly warm yet not. It's kind of weird. Today's weather. Ah well. Like it's too cold for a coat, but it's too hot for a coat. Both at the same time. Nay, well, Cormier. They always need to be on the lookout for those. Sorcerer could be bad news, though. I know, right, XP?
Hail, friend.
May the Hist aid me. Thank you.
Nina Charles.
Magnus, god of sorcery.
Nina Electric Pioneer. You're coming in more regularly now again? Electro, did I miss something? But when I asked what you were doing, I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I have a very, very bad memory. Now that is not something I was expecting. Guess I'm not playing Dark Guardian on the right side because then he dies for free. I have plenty of guards. I might as well just have someone in the field lane. I'm just gonna have to edict that. Oh, you were out of. Oh. Yeah, okay. I might have actually missed that. That's a very important part of everything altogether as to why you're around. You wrote. That's because I was typing really quickly there, like, XP. That's fine. You don't need to edit that. That's called, like, a cute mistake. It
My claws are sharp and
shows a little bit of personality. That's rude, though. Oh, well, guess I'll just silence this guy. Oh, the
Nicely done.
And here, laser beam. Did I say that already?
If we die together.
I probably did.
Magnus.
Now you've made me mad.
Well, we don't need you anymore. I only have enough mana for you, so.
You must
Here
be
you go.
cleansed.
But at least he's not doing all that much damage. So that's okay. Wait. That was an oddly long pause. And the music, I mean.
I would protect the Hist.
So this can just trade, it's fine. That's mildly rude.
Mighty eyes, Magnus.
Do I mummify that? Nah, I'm just playing Emperor
Mother
there.
of mud.
So far, nothing too swoopy. Here, Maddie. So he's playing something kinda rampy, kinda mid-rangey.
A strong arm is what you need.
Kinda itemy. Totally itemy. Ooh, that's rude.
By bark and roots.
So he's out of cards though. So it can't be all that bad. How about we go ahead and
A little
get rid of you
distraction
already
might
before you
prove
grow.
useful.
I will prepare something special.
And have you two trade for this guy. That sounds okay. We can still just trade for everything, but we just have shit tons more card. I do like having shit tons more cards. Sure. So, what are you going to do in top deck mode? Draw a Staff of
The
Sparks.
waters of life.
Oh, just a silly old tree minder.
Do not test me!
Don't really need to worry too much about a silly old tree minder now, do we? Not really.
Behold my power.
I guess let's just jab this. I'm gonna just play a Skeletal Dragon. I'm actually kinda down for a Skeletal Dragon. While he's top decking, then like the chance of him being able to remove this is less likely, and maybe him being able to shoot something down instantly is always an option. So, sure. Also, I guess I could have done 2 damage to his face though. He has plenty of health there after all. It's not like we have any drain creatures. They're technically kind of almost drained, but not really.
I am a child of darkness.
See. I'm totally down for a javelin on that.
Nicely done.
At the ready.
So, we can heal for 3.
Mother of mud.
I guess I'll do a little bit of damage because it's gonna wall him in anyway. So that just seems like a bad time for him.
Greetings.
I guess that's okay. Do I arrest it?
Go no further.
You know what? I'm going to arrest that guy.
Thank you.
Or do I just gain the 3 health? I probably should just gain the 3 health instead of arresting that. Yeah. You can cycle a card though. That'll be nice.
At the ready.
So next turn we can have enough creatures on the board for a Jarl. That sounds alright. Another minion. So he actually decided to
An
draw that.
unfortunate mistake.
Apparently it didn't really work
Go no
out.
further.
Ah well.
We Nords are the Empire.
Let's go build a wall.
The Empire has no place in Skyrim.
Do you have a removal card? You do. Fine, we'll find a Solitaire. Yeah. There's no real need for me to hit him. I'm just gonna wait for a Solitaire. I'm just gonna wait for a Solitaire. It is the first game of the day, so if we can start the day with a wall, that'd be pretty good. Rude. All the blades, though. Let's give me my Solitaire already and we'll be good to go. 14 mana.
Hail Alduin!
Alduin is on all that spoopy. Here you go. Way spoopier. No. You brought this upon yourself. You made me wait this
An
long.
unfortunate mistake.
There are people that do wander. That's also quite a few. I don't actually even want to know the answer.
This
So-
is our moment.
I'm down for keeping you in the dark still there, minion. True laser. Like, he probably has another lightning bolt in his hand. So he's saving that for another Jarl. So he's like, there's not a single chance in hell that he ever has a chance to win. Like, he should realize this as well. He's just going to go ahead and stop us from playing Yolbal Group over and over.
Nicely done.
Rude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can just still just bastards. So where's that? Whatchamacallit? Ah well.
At the ready.
He brought this upon himself. I'm just gonna go and make him go through with this. He had to just lightning bolt the Jarl. You can't just do that.
Awaiting orders.
Like, that's like against the Geneva Convention. Like, you just can't. It's that simple. You just can't. So, the win rate of this deck, it's not even all that bad. I don't have any exact numbers, but it's gotten me to legend like as the deck that actually made me get there multiple times. I think it's better than 50. And that's pretty good versus red aggro stuff. You just dive to extra ultra greed mage or ramp though. Like both of those being extra ultra greed versions of themselves. Like word roll ramp, you still have somewhat of a chance versus. So I guess we have a lane to fill. Like even removing all of these doesn't do anything for him. I'm pretty sure he realizes. But I don't think he cares. That's kind of the sad part. He just doesn't care.
There's a plan. There's
A little
always
distraction
a plan.
might prove useful.
He believes he still has a chance for some reason. Nobody knows what that reason is. You cannot arrest something if both of your lanes are full. The card becomes literally unplayable. Maybe having fun?
Gone.
I don't know about
A
that.
strong arm is what you need.
Can't really play anything. It doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. Not being able to play anything. Oh, making my items cheaper isn't very interesting. Let's go ahead and javelin you. One day, we will find a soul tear though. We're through half our deck and not a single soul tear. But one day, we will find one. It's in certain cases, yes, Vector. Like in this case, he killed my Yalbalgroof, and Yalbalgroof is the only card in the game that has an alternative win condition written on it that states if both of my lanes are full at the start of my turn, I win the game, and I can revive him, so I'm just being a dick because he was being a dick. Like, there is not a single chance in hell that he ever has a chance to win anymore. I have way too much stuff on the board and way too many cards in my hand. But, fine, let's just hit him. We just cannot find a whatchamacallit.
Behold
It's just
my
impossible for some
Hear and
reason.
obey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But if you're playing something aggressive, hitting people in the face every turn sounds perfectly fine. But if you're playing something control, then you, in general, just want to go ahead and like never give your opponent cards, because like every time you break a rune, you give him a card. If you're still stabilizing and such, and just gaining control of the game, giving him cards is never going to actually help you to gain control of the game. Like, the deal with Twitch drops is that if you linked your Bethesda account to your Twitch account, and you watch Twitch streams, then, well, multiple times a day,
Hard-fought victory.
you can get yourself like a small in-game amount of stuff. Though the biggest drops are still in there as well. Like, I got myself a 1500 souls drop like 2 days ago. But yeah. Later, Zekas. Later, Twitch Igor. So... Who used the drop command? Who was able to actually get the drop command to show up? Odd. But yeah, if you haven't linked your account yet, there's a... like the second to last thing Mubot said includes a link to where you can actually link your account. And then while watching, you just get free stuff. That's pretty good, right? So, what kind of scout is this? Is it extra greedy? Well, it's some form of greed. It's a 70 card scout. Well, do we go for the Jarl, or do we just go for the board? Because
Well met.
he needs to get
marshman.
ultra lucky in order to actually get himself some good cards.
Hail, friend.
I do not understand so many
There's a
card
plan.
decks.
There's always a plan.
The Surge and Aggro Crusader kind of makes sense.
Time to take the offensive.
Oh, please, Electro. Let's see. Ah, well.
You
Guess we're
will
trading
foil
into
your
that.
plan.
A Mentor of the Watch. Not a particularly strong card either.
Can you please help me?
I definitely don't want to help a little girl, but I guess we're gonna go ahead and contest her. If I can just play Eye Defender, I don't need to play a Javelin on it. But that's fine. I wouldn't mind him hitting me in the face for 5 dough to draw a card, but if I can prevent the use of a Javelin, I would gladly do so.
The waters of life.
People are so trusting.
Finish off. Okay, that's kind of rude. All the illusionists though. Well, I could take a little bit of damage in order to just have more cards than him. And don't care about him healing, because when we gain control of the board, we just get to do all the damage you want anyway. Unless we just build a wall, of course. I guess we'll just play
A little
Clever
distraction
in front
might
of it.
be useful.
But maybe I'll Shadowfin Priest this. Like, we can revive the Shadowfin Priest if we need to get rid of a support. Later, Arene. So. I still kind of wonder, Zombie Hunter.
If I
Like,
fall,
when you say
People are so trusting.
aggro crusader, like there are multiple types of aggro crusader.
By the divines, I will have your head.
But which one are you actually talking about? I'll let the Profiteer try to trade for that.
There's a plan. There's always
Or do I need to send in an illusionist? Maybe I should have just silenced it. This is a very odd card again. Ah, yours gonna help over here because there's just more cards there.
Behold my
You have 0 attack, you don't actually get to use your lethal though. You have guard, so it's not like you can hide behind something else. Kind of a really weird card to give guard to. Like, give all the other creatures to someone in this lane ward. You want this guy to hide. Ah well.
People are so trusting.
seed and spleen.
I'm kind of down for using a Dawn's Wrath here next turn, maybe. Yeah, let's see if he falls for it.
My power.
See if he wants to play extra creatures over there. He only gives war to creatures in this lane, not that lane, so that's fine. No, please, Aisha. What does that even mean? Gets the little girl back. Well, the Aces Vampire now.
Please, please help me.
Replaying the Aces Vampire is always way too creepy, though. But yeah, I'll go ahead and Dawn's Zozo. That seems fine. Here you go. Nice and dead. So what else you got? Journey! That's a super early journey. What the? You have 70 cards in your deck, and then you also journey with like 8 cards. Well, no, not even. Like, you played so the Vampire, the Lion Guard, a SharePoint Dragon, a Tree Minder, and a Fighter Skilled Recruit. Is that it? That is very, very little.
There's a plan.
Ah, well.
Always a plan.
The mono red variation for 100%. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that one's been on the rise for a little while now. Like, it's too fast for tokens, and like, it just absolutely destroys those new control mages that are control mages in so many quotation marks. Like, the quotation mark company basically became the new Google because it's not a control mage. Steel Mage just basically entirely butchers their chances versus any form of aggro in favor of having a better chance versus other control decks. And especially that type of control mage suffers extra from it.
Believers shall flock to our noble cause.
But there you go.
Let none defile our temple.
I'll summon an extra 5 mana card.
Behold my power.
For propaganda. Yeah, she was called Babette. That's right. Kinda is Gecko. Kinda is. Can we get an arrest? He actually already found the extra strong journeyed SharePoint Dragon. Well, good thing we don't have to care about that. That is pretty impressive, finding it that quickly. I kind of want to format a spawn to the right side.
At the ready.
You won't foil my plan.
So, You two
I shall end their blasphemy!
kill this. I kinda missed the health. Ah well, that's fine. Damn, Sasho. Taking advantage of the early crowd. That's rude. The Orc and Aggro Monk? Well, Aggro Monk, I can imagine having a really hard time trading. Like, you're gonna need more guards and Dawnstar Healer for that. And Orcs, yeah, they're going to be infinitely faster than Orcs. There's no way to ever go around that. We don't really have too many answers. How much damage do we have? Like, if I put him on 26 right now, kinda don't want to because you have breakthrough if I need you to trade for something. But if we put you on 26, you have 9, 10, 17, 20. I guess we have enough if I just play these three. And then also go over you. It sounds just like a bad idea though. No, we need to find a bigger card. Later, Axar. Hey, it's Arcolo. But yeah, an aggro deck that deals well with red aggro Crusader. Actually, a pretty good question. What deck you actually get around to playing then? Oh, you know what? You can be at 30. 37, right. Later, Talon. That doesn't really increase our damage by all that much, but actually, no, I also need to have cloud resolutions on the board.
Let none defile our temple.
We have 9, 10, 23. I guess if we play you as well. You know what? Sure. We'll see if we can kill him in 2 turns. Fine. Have it his way. Like, he's playing a 70 card deck, so the chances of him drawing an actually strong card is significantly lower. Prophecy aggro could also have a good chance for it, definitely. Just any prophecy deck for that matter. Like, mid-range mage would be really good versus that. And prophecy battle mage doesn't sound too bad versus that either. My prophecy sorcerer would actually also be pretty good versus that. Especially since it's all defensive prophecies. Fine, we won't be dead yet. Ugh. Oh, you won't be dead yet, I mean.
Something special for them.
Sort of skeletal dragon in there. We don't want this to die because its effect is still ongoing. Every time we play an action, we get to summon something. And playing something is pretty good. Fine, I'll just silence him. Have it your way. Ah well. Let's see if he gets a prophecy that saves him.
Mercy is for the weak. Go no further.
Doesn't look like it.
End their blasphemy!
Nope. Well, in that case, GG.
Go no further.
Hard-fought victory.
But yeah, like, once you've gotten into a position where you're just drawing 1 card per turn and your opponent has a board literally full of stuff and more cards than you, you're just not going to win. It doesn't really matter what you do, you're just not going to win. There's no walls, though. That kind of makes me sad. I haven't played Spoders yet. They're not far off though. We're like 3 losses away. Let's see, that is a little too much mana though. That's a little better. Now what kind of mage is this? Is this a steel mage? We automatically lose. So let's see. Well, we don't automatically lose. The chances of us losing are just like 90% plus. Never read out of Yeko. So, what's it gonna be? You're gonna play yourself Seed Skill Shadowfoot now. And automatically die to an aggro deck. An actual Firebolt. That's more like it.
Awaiting orders.
Didn't count on Halloween. Halloween wasn't even an option for him. He didn't have enough dead dragons yet. It wasn't even an option. Like, he even journeyed like no creatures in his 70 card deck. Like, there's just nothing.
Anything interesting?
Pickpocket is somewhat respectable. But if there's also Shadowfoot, and that means he's just removing all of his anti-aggro stuff.
Go no further.
But yeah, Pickpocket basically means he's guaranteed to journey. And if he's guaranteed to journey, it's kind of dangerous. Also, I need to put him on 26 in case of Undying Dragon, so it doesn't join the board as a 10-10. Ooh, it's a support mage. You can actually handle having Rift and Pickpocket in your support mage deck. Huh. You know what? I'm just gonna
Go no further.
tempo him down.
There's a plan. There's always
You
a plan.
must be cleansed.
Let's go. Mid-range wall spell sword. That's the way. I'm not entirely convinced he's not also playing Shadowfoot. And so Firebolt though. No Firebolt. That's not great, is it? Well, let's see.
Go no further.
Mother of mine.
It was overdrawing. I do like the sound of that. Play yourself a little dragon. Was this a pickpocket? I'm kind of happy about that because pickpockets are scary. Damn propaganda. That is rough. Oh, and then he loses another card.
Go no further.
Let's see. Pick you guys up like
Let
this.
none defile
Didn't steal
our temple.
Parfenox, so that's okay. Loses an execute, nobody cares about him losing an execute though. That kinda sucks. We can most likely break his final rune as well. Sure, he has way more cards, but he's also low on HP, and we are the only ones with something on the
My
board.
fight is done.
So he just gets tempoed down by Wall Sword. Steel Mages. Damn Steel Mages. Steel Mage, like, is basically the same deck as old Greed Scout. Like, it's just no fun. Like, you just automatically lose no matter versus what deck. If that deck plays a 2 mana, a 3 mana, a 4 mana, and a 5 mana, and you just die. Like, it. Why? Why would you go for Steel Mage? I don't understand. Why do you do that to yourself? Ah, well. He also played an orb. I think he went even heavier into the steel means. Especially since he couldn't handle us. All we are just playing like this. Come on, man. Now, Crusader, on the other hand, with 2 7-mana pluses in our opening hand.
Hail,
That
friend.
sounds really scary.
Greetings.
Steel Mage is too greedy. Like, playing a pickpocket is fine. Playing a pickpocket, a Shadowfoot, and an orb, and arrest.
Will not get past
Like,
me.
everything at the same time. That does really bad versus aggro, not.
There's always a plan.
Apparently that guy is playing Orb and Thief Mage though. I don't think you can act like, if you're playing support mage, I don't think you have enough room for
Their defenses
whatchamacallit, for an orb. Now this might sound greedy, but I think I'd rather trade and then summon so that the breakthrough through this gives me a card, even though it's only 1 damage. So I'm gonna do that.
You won't foil our plan. At the ready.
No, if he over house Carls, that could kinda suck. He probably also played blackmail. That'd be really cute. Apparently he would have broken that rune either way though. It is kinda sad, but I can live with that.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Well, the reason I don't really like blackmail is that if you top deck blackmail, you're like, fuck, I just drew literally nothing. Like, if you blackmail an aggro opponent, you steal nothing. Because you stole an aggro card, that's not gonna stop another aggro card. Like, aggro card deals aggro damage. It's not gonna stop something like this from just hitting you in the face.
Arm yourself.
So at least we have an edict for that.
Armamora tests us.
It's gonna go to the
Time
left.
to fight.
It's kind of rude.
Talos.
I can't be greedy and just play the
Time to
Chanter
fight.
though.
Attack.
I think that's a big no-no. If we could get a Shadow from Priest though, that'd be great.
Trolls take you.
Let's see, if he doesn't have another charge, it's okay. But he's going to play mostly on the left side now anyway. I should probably just go ahead and get rid of this. Too bad the Jarl doesn't have a guard on the left side though. Orb is amazing in the dedicated support deck, but
We'll rebuild
outside of that, not so much.
Talos once was.
Yeah, this looks bad. This looks really bad.
I am ready to join the circle.
Did he just draw that, or was he like hoping for something else or so? I don't know.
We Nords are the Empire.
But yeah, in this case,
The Empire has no place.
we
in
didn't
Skyrim.
draw particularly good, and we didn't get a prophecy. Well, with the 1 health of mattered, yeah, the 1 health. Okay, that'll teach me. Never agreed for a rune break again because the 1 health actually mattered here. He wouldn't have been able to break this rune. That's the thing there, Adegeko. Apparently, that guy we played versus just now, he's so greedy to force steals that he'll even play Overveyor Mina in the Steel Mage. That's how far Greed Mage is apparently going.
And she once was.
Fires of Alduin.
Freedom of Suicide, yes, definitely. Whoever told you that that wasn't the case? Spellsword Summoning? That's a pretty terrible card. Like 2 random 1 mana curve features for 3 mana is not really impressive or useful. Not a single prophecy. Yeah, that probably means we're doomed, right?
I hear and obey.
Talos and Ulfric!
You'll all come to regret this day.
Probably should have played a Cloud Resolutionist as well. Might as well still do it.
A little distraction might
You'll all
prove
come
useful.
to regret this day.
At the ready.
But yeah, the chances of us surviving are next to none. You've never seen the Wall Sword in a Super Tech? It seems very unlikely. There you go.
A hard
Let
fought
them die with their false gifts.
You're too kind.
Not entirely sure why I'm so kind though. Well, yeah, getting 2 Relentless Raiders from Spellsword Summoning is pretty good, but like, if you play a token Spellsword, you want a lot of yellow, because a lot of yellow means you get to use Imprison. And if they're not yellow, then like that Imprison becomes a lot worse as well. Like, I've had somebody play Spellsword Summoning versus me and get double on Golem, and he just lost because the Ungolems are just 1/1s, and well, he got an assassin, but that wasn't good enough. I really needed 2 mana. I die if I don't get a 2 mana. Those aren't 2 manas. No! I'm a Super Tech.
Hail, friend.
That is American date
Honor
writing.
praise to you.
I'm ready for anything.
Europeans say day and then month, and Americans say month and then day. But can we draw something to play on turn 2? It's something, I'll take it.
You can't beat me.
Oh, that's not Uncle Bookie. I really don't need any of those cards. That would just suck.
Let's heat things up.
How does changing, like,
You can't beat
I already have plenty of stuff, so I don't need to care as much as most, but how does changing the quality of the drops increase the quality of the game? That's a weird
I'll kill you where you
statement. No police lying boot. Neither does Wizard. Let's move you out of the way for now. Him healing for 4 is kind of bad though. But yeah, this type of archer is really good versus goblins though. Year, month, day's the best? Nah, day, month, year. And a roof is on. That is pretty damn amazing for him. Ouch. That really hurts. That's what they keep saying. Well, that's what everybody keeps saying in the Super Tech. I have to wait until it actually happens. Like, you can say that all you want. It still needs to happen first. Month, day, year is an abomination.
I'll kill you where you
That is a rune.
The forest is my cloak.
In Australia, it's also day, month, year. Let's see. I want to continue to split my dudes up. But I also want to give you cover, and I kinda... Like, if he does have a charge, at least I want him to not get it, do it for free. The chances are we're gonna have a bad time, though. Yeah, I've been forgetting tweets and apparently also titles. So, I do need your help, Sorman. Was a dark time. Oh, come on. Thinking wasn't all that bad. Let's see. I think I'll kill this Reclive Racer. It sounds okay. This kind of needs to be done. Yeah, we're fine. I have a Sag Goblin in both lanes. I need to get some damage in there as well. I can't really play a whole lot more on the right side. At least you can't Snake Tooth Necklace Rage yet on the right side, so I can get rid of these dudes before it's too late. At least I haven't forgotten to stream. No, that's the one constant thing in my life. That, like, I need to be alive for my stream at about this time. And then stream for about this much. And then I'm good. Can I get an Archer's Gambit though? Archer's Gambit. That's acceptable. That is very acceptable. So you're larger than he is. So let's go hit him in the face. So Shadow Shift Rage kills him. So I hope he Shadow Shift Rages, because then we know for sure that he dies. No, poor Radical. Oh please, Hearth. It's not that bad. It's almost that bad, but not actually that bad. You'll never know how much of that is serious. But yeah, that skirmisher definitely saved the day.
The forest is my cloak.
Oh, that's fine. He does heal for 5. So let's just go ahead and discard him. Been in our opening hand, so the one time where discarding your opening hand was actually good. So let's see if we can keep that up. Also, 1 win or loss is like 8 ranks on 41 to 33. Kinda silly. So all those people there have like really close together MMR. No, Vanille. I do not play any Ram Scouts, so I won't be playing Ram Scout, no. How dare you?
Hail, friend.
Calling Spoders Ram
Bright
Scout.
moons light your path.
I kinda wanna wait until next turn before I play these. And then I can skirmish her right away. I'll be
I'm
greedy.
ready for anything.
Before he just throws down some removal for them first. There is one ramp card in there because it's just a generally good card. Also, it's a mid-range mage. You don't say. Well, that means he probably doesn't have an execute.
Of
Of course I'm on your side.
So that seems okay. There's not multiple ramp cards, it's one ramp card. It's a 3/5 guard
I will
for
prepare
5 mana.
something special for them.
That's just pretty damn good, and that's unfortunate. That's not very mid-rangey. That's not cool of you. I can't be greedy though, I kinda need to just get the positive trades in. But I don't think I've seen this in mid-range mage. I guess that's his tech for like 5th Legion trainers.
A little distraction might prove useful.
I kinda really don't want to break a rune. And I do have a Cliff Racer to take care of the prophecy.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
Let's just clean this up before it gets to me in like an awkward position. But yeah, there's 29 prophecies in there, so we're gonna hit every single
A little
rune
distraction might prove
and
useful.
get hit a prophecy for him. Nah, I don't even want to Cliff Racer down it because I die anyway. Like my creature dies anyway. It's just too big.
Careful there, friend.
That'll teach me to not Cliff Racer a 5th Legion trainer.
No matter what.
But no. Mid-range mage is too strong for us. It doesn't seem like it's actually going to be able to make it a possible win for us. Not at all.
Your blood will spill!
Don't make me laugh.
This can't attack because he's just going to hit a prophecy. I can't handle a prophecy.
We fight for all Skyrim.
And then the Marauder comes in. At least we can still kill that. It's not the actual Marauder though, but yeah. I don't see any reason to believe that we're actually gonna have a chance to win. Like, you also die for free. At least you're not in my deck, so I can draw better cards.
I have many important
Ancano.
things on my mind.
That's pretty good, Anchor. Dawnbreaker is a pretty good card to get.
For Skyrim.
Luke gives him health, and that's all he needs, really. Nah, that'll do it. 29 prophecies
Fight
is
is done.
29 prophecies in a deck that has
has
cards
been
that are too
engaging.
large for me to not just for me to try to trade for is just impossible. Like versus Prophecy Battle Mage, you just wait for 5 hours and he'll just die. Mid-range Mage, this has too many large cards in there as well. So that's a really bad matchup. Really, really bad matchup. They put a dot in there, laser beaming, so that works. Oh, please, Aisha. Don't try to actually tell people that there's a sub cam. You know that's in the sub non-disclosure contract I had you to sign before you actually met or allowed to sub. You know how that works. I'll try to keep a dagger for Mace though. I'll play Magic Arena. I wonder if I Have they sent out a first wave of invites for that already? Wishmonger!
Oblivion.
Order noodles shouts. All the things.
Hail, friend.
Thanks for the resub, Wishmonger. Good to see you. Glad to have you. Is that really a tempo harpy? Eh. Hey there, Viddy.
By the 8th, they will meet their maker.
Daggerfall versus Daggerfall. Guess that's just the way it's gonna have to be.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Please don't have an execute or something like that. You also did not have to stay silent while being subbed. What the? That's even weirder. Ah well, I'll get extra books. So let's see. Yeah, we kind of have to play Ayla's, simply because he's kind of the only thing we have to play. It's kind of awkward. An undead deck for Halloween. If that's like the best thing we can come up with for Halloween, I guess that's okay. It doesn't have 2 firebolts. I kind of want to draw a card, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let Aryan live for a turn. I'll just shackle you for now. I have a Legends expansion right now. Well, like from the first time we hear from it, I want to assume it's gonna take like 2 weeks from there. Really? Damn.
History shall remember this.
I was not expecting that one. I still failed the mighty. I think I still failed the mighty. And I guess I'll just rapid shot. Yeah, I want that lightning bolt to hit face. So I can't really use a lightning bolt on this just so I can play the Vanguard. Oh please, Sasho.
By the 8th, they will
The
meet
problem
their
with
maker.
like a mostly undead deck though is that there's plenty of really not good undeads. So you kind of just shoot yourself in the foot. And shooting yourself in the foot is not a great way to start building a deck. Fine, we'll use a lightning bolt. Have it your way. You still have a book, but you need... Oh wait a second, you also have a firebolt, so you can actually just kill that.
I have many important things on my mind.
You also have Uncano.
Shall take you.
Let's see. I don't think Belligerent Giant sounds like a great idea right now. Oh, we just kind of contest things, but what we really want to do is actually activate this. At least we'll play around Dawn's Wrath. Vampires are okay. But not like omnipotent or anything. They sparkle so much. Is that not how that works? No, I kinda wish
See about this.
that it would actually be acceptable in any world to actually just belligerent giant this. I'm gonna have to belligerent giant that, aren't I? I can try to draw from Ayla, but then I don't have enough mana from Belligerent Giant, and he's doing way too much damage right now. So we're just gonna have a really bad time. Damn. That sucks. Giant him twice. At least I get rid of the +4/+4 on him, and that's kind of like an almost acceptable reason. 2 Hex Mages sounds pretty dangerous though. Wouldn't mind actually just him dodge wrapping
The
this.
ambition of the Telvanni knows no bounds.
But he's an arrest mage at the very least. Judging by that Dress Renegade. Nice storm though. 600 gold drops definitely still exist though. Oh sure. They're a little less frequent than they used to be. Not wrong. I don't think it is. Do I belligerent giant you? Nah. Let's see what we
Care
draw
to
from
join me on
this.
the hunt? Now the hunt really begins.
Arcanist is cool.
The ambition of the
I'll just send a whole
Telvanni
bunch of
knows
dudes
no
in there.
bounds.
Wait, what? Yeah, skeleton dragon? Yeah. Yeah, well, the reason why people like assume that you can do stuff versus skeletal dragon is because he is a skeleton. The only problem with that is though, like, I'm pretty sure like dragon souls are immortal unless absorbed by a dragonborn, and that's why they continue to be regular dragons. Or is that just me? I'm pretty sure that's how that worked. Nah, I should not belligerent giant that. That sounds like a bad idea. You can't just belligerent giant everything.
Careful there, friend.
He's got himself a prophecy though. Allows me to do another 3 damage. That's nice of him. Let's see if we can play 1 Hex Mage on the board already. That'd be really, really nice.
Let none defile our
But yeah,
temple.
it's still in control of its own soul, so.
I will rend your flesh.
Bringer of Nightmares. This could have been dead a long time ago. You have an Ancano in your hand, you know. But what are you changing here? Like, you still have a ring charge. You could have just Ancanoed one of these guys. That's kind of rude. I don't have any shouts to draw. But I have more actions to get. 1 mana for an execute. Or fire bolts. There you go. So, with a 2nd Hex Mage, that looks pretty scary for him.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Sanctuary Raid though. I can Midnight Sweep and Crushing Blow, so seems pretty okay.
They'll never
Doesn't this just
outsmart
one-shot
me.
him? Yeah, it goes over to Rune. Right? No, it doesn't go over to Rune.
Let none defile our temple.
Ah well, do another 4 damage, so that's fine.
Who goes there? A hard-fought victory, sir. I live to see.
I'll take that. Kind of weird options he's taking though. He took though. But I guess he just didn't have better options. I think Ancano could have been played in an earlier turn though. Thanks, playing vampire then, us and undead. That is also true. But dragons are pretty special in the Elder Scrolls. Like all the dragons in Skyrim, they were there all that time. They were just asleep until Elduin woke them up. And like some of them were slain, but because their souls weren't absorbed by a dragonborn, like their bodies turned to skeletons, but they were still just able to be dragons. Or is that just me? I'm pretty sure that's how that worked.
Hail, friend.
Hey there, wizard.
Greetings, citizen.
Stendarr, give me strength.
The ambition of the Telvanni.
You can't
knows
execute
no
this.
bounds.
And we're playing something mildly aggressive versus his steel mage. Let's hope he doesn't ever move for this, and that healing potion is kind of sad. Do I firebolt my own
The
vanguard?
Nords must
I don't
take
think he
back
has
Skyrim.
a gourmet in there. All souls are immortal. Is that how souls work in the Elder Scrolls universe? Oh, not entirely sure if they work like that in the Elder Scrolls universe. Let's see if this can live.
They'll never outsmart me.
I'm not entirely sure how the soul absorbing truly works, but when a soul gets absorbed by the Dragonborn, its power gets added to the Dragonborn, and they are capable of then having more dragon-like powers, as in being able to have more shouts, because they have extra dragon souls available to then process the fumes, or something like that. Could I not have only actions in my hand right now though without X Mage? I'll play that.
Let's heat things up.
Let none defile our temple.
Vampirism. I guess that's how it... Yeah, that sounds about right in how vampirism works. I really need to draw this card though. You know what? No, I'll just play him on an empty
Kill
board.
you where you stand.
Really, Dave? Damn it! That's his second lightning bolt already, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And if he hadn't healed, I would have just lightning bolted him in the face right now. That's not gonna happen. Alright, Zormrun. Let's see what you can come up with. That's a Fell the Mighty Dome. Or Crushing Blow Firebolt. Nah, Fell the Mighty.
I have their train.
Also, Blow His Face or Bolt His Face? I actually Bolt His Face because it's more expensive.
Now the hunt really
I just really want to draw a card. The best version of Mage to go versus Scout with? Token Mage.
May the ancestors bless us.
Don't let yourself actually be seduced by those damn steel mages. Let's play Token Mage and you'll do just fine if you really want to play Mage. But then you're not playing Control Mage. But if you're playing Steel Mage, you're also not playing Control Mage because you lose to everything aggro. But yeah. That doesn't seem very steely to me though. He hasn't played a single steel card yet. So I think he's actually playing a respectable deck for once. Damn. Providence.
So many persons.
No, there
so
he goes.
little time.
He just had a really good opening draw. Nah, I'm not gonna send him animes yet.
They'll never outsmart me.
Let's belligerent giant to school. Let's just do some more damage. Support mage isn't really out of meta, but like support mage is kind of awkward, but if you manage to actually like make it strong enough versus aggro, you would just have the supports to carry you through later. But if your opponent then plays a support removal card, you're just gonna cry. You know, crying is usually not fun. Support Thief Maze? Oh please, Axstar. That means you really want to auto lose versus tokens, versus anything aggro, don't you? Oh please, Flying Boot. Rested him. Yeah, I kind of need to draw another card, don't I? Damn it, we actually had the Hex Mage as our next card. Ah well. He's most likely gonna get himself javelined, arrested, or manticored, or rocked, so I don't really have to. I don't think it's correct to play it. Send no battle mace on him already. What's the best RNG deck? Like going 100% pure RNG? I would still say go. If you want to go for pure RNG, Battle Mage is probably a good place to go. Mage is always also considered as a high RNG card. Well, that's unfortunate. No, I'm gonna need more than that. I need something on the board though. I don't see myself really winning. But apparently he doesn't have any removal, so you know what here. I'll equip that. I kind of wanted to wait until I had more actions at the same time, but we just don't have anything to play.
So many purses, so little time.
We still had a dance, and that's why the Sentinel Battle Maze was also not the greatest idea. That's the final Hex Mage we had. So, no more action stuff. We already played 2 Lightning Bolts and a Crushing Blow, so can we get an Nkano? Nkano would be nice. That's not an Nkano. That's not an Nkano.
Careful there, friend. Careful there, friend.
I guess we're just gonna go ahead and be real careful there. Not entirely sure we're doing that around friends, though. Like, I still think, like, sure, like, most streamers have gone their hand at, like, making a pure RNG deck. And I personally would still say that, Battle Mage is more RNG than something like Mage. I don't understand why Mage would be more RNG than Battle Mage. Like, you have Merrick, Battle Mage's Onslaught. Like, I don't know. Ah well, GG. You found enough not steel cards early on. And then later on, I couldn't actually be, patient enough. Oh please, propaganda. Too bad you, like, at first I was honestly genuinely like proud of you for not playing Steel Mage, and then suddenly you were Steel Mage again. You still have 2 Battle Maces. That's okay. Yeah, it's photo time. Sure, Yaruj. But the problem is they're, like, it's not that losing 2 supports would not potentially just be game losing for you. Is that you play the support and then your opponent gets rid of it instantly and you not having replacement supports right away. Like, nobody's going to remove your potions of vitality. So like you cannot add those in the pool of supports that get removed.
Good tidings, citizen.
So it's just a lot more scary stuff that can happen to his support deck. Like if somebody,
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
like if you draw a gold rand early, and apparently your 5 other actual useful supports, like your high value supports, are all like in your bottom 20 cards, and he instantly removes the 1 gold brand you did manage to actually draw early. Then you have to go super long trying to hold your cauldron keepers and your tower alchemists to make sure you actually have something when you finally get them, but you got unlucky and you just never actually got them. And then you're sad.
I have no fear of you, cowardly skeever.
So far so good though.
The hist provides.
Later, Llama. Really radical. He's just like your regular old red. Why is there a Mundastone and red aggro crusader? What are you doing to yourself?
Swords and claws.
This is not a good idea. You cannot play Mundastone in an aggro deck. That is literally impossible. You will lose on the spot by doing so.
We'll see how they like someone who fights back. This should be good.
Ah well. Let's see.
Swords and claws.
How about we playing that Thorn Hiss Mage again? Well, actually, no, I should Giant Bat so he can't actually play Ulfric's Housecarl. Extra RNG is not always good. Turn 4, do nothing, like Axar says, that is really bad for an aggro deck. He could have instead played multiple creatures. Or at least like a High Defender, that would have been infinitely better, but no, or like a Ulfric's Housecarl, like something that actually does something on the board. But instead, it's just like, nope, I kind of feel like playing nothing at all. Later, Gavian. Oh, he does get to break a rune. The fact that he's playing Triumphant Jarl, well, while he has Ulfric's Housecarl available to him, that's kind of surprising.
Ride them down.
I'll take that.
Their defenses will crumble.
Oh, we have that Shadowfen Priest to remove this in our graveyard, but right now, I think I'm just gonna double mummy. Here you go. You don't need any of that.
Their defenses will crumble.
I have no fear of you, cowardly skeever.
There's
So let's
nowhere
see.
they can
Vigilante.
hide.
That actually kind of sucks. So now he does still have a lot of stuff for us. I have a bunch of missing noodles. I guess maybe I don't remove this. Maybe I'll just go ahead and giant battle a whole lot. And batting a bunch sounds okay. Can I play giant bat 2 more times? No, that's not how that works. I can take a little bit of damage as well, though. Like, I take another 5, 6, 11, 15, 18. Okay, maybe that's a little too scary after all. Fine, he'll giant bat. There you go. Taking 18 damage because I want to get rid of the support. Sounds like a really bad idea. Later, Hoven.
The solid guard with you.
Trolls take you.
Later, Gavian. Nah, we don't really need to mollify right now, though.
Time to fight.
Maybe I did need a mollify on this. But it's still okay, though. We'll just draw extra cards. Can we get a Spoder to the left? I don't care what kind of Spoder. Yeah, let's do to the left is all I wanted to see it. Thank you. That's actually the perfect Spoder. But there you go. GG.
Mora tests us.
Resurrection is a purple thing, but
Time to fight. Talos. Time to fight.
I don't really care where that resurrection goes. Like, if they make a neutral support retrieval card, I'd be totally down for that. So multiple Spoders. Support is gone. You're drawing one card a turn. Do you need back-to-back vigilantes or something? And then hope I don't have guards everywhere.
Attack.
I should probably just go ahead and solitary giant bat to heal.
Mother of mud.
So let's just do that. Here you go. You know what? We can probably use a Woba. That'll be nice. Some lords worship Alduin. We're now known as Dragon Priests and Draugr.
The victory is yours.
You don't say.
Hard-fought victory.
Willpower or neutral? Yeah, I think I prefer it in neutral. Just because it's like such a specific thing, and probably all decks wouldn't mind having something like that available to them. That was the title. I'll have to refresh my dashboard in it so I can actually see it. Let's see. Ew. That's not good. I don't know. Do other people like the title? I don't feel like it's particularly strong. It's good. I don't know about that.
Hail, friend. Honor and praise to you.
Like this up after what? Maybe Zorm.
Training is over. It's time to
So
act.
yellow token crusader. We've seen you less lately. And this is something we cannot handle. Red aggro crusader we can handle, yellow token crusader not so much. So let's hope that works out.
Did you hear that?
Retrieval of his grove is nasty. Well, Spoder Lairs beat his grove, so I guess that's fine for me. Like, as long as it's like really badly statted, or whatever, however that they're gonna handle that, it should be fine. Like, if it was like a 9-mana 1/1 retrieve support card, not a lot of decks could actually handle playing that. Though it probably wouldn't be that bad though.
A little distraction might
If they did
prove
make
useful.
something like that. That's bad news.
You can't defeat me.
I'll take them with me.
So I guess we're just throwing in some mummifies. We just don't do anything for the Cloud Resolutionist. And I really need Shadow from Priest for Divine Fervor. Wobbajack is not going to do anything either. We don't have any AoE for that.
Your orders. Your orders.
So I guess that'll do it.
You can't
I don't see a
defeat
way
me.
out of this one.
For the rift.
Don't see a way out of this one at all. Or we can pretend there's a way out. So the only way out now is him to not have a Divine Fervor in his hand. Steal opponent's support for your thief mage, oh please. So no Divine Fervor at least. No Resolute Ally either.
I hear
But we got rid of 3 of them. That's pretty good. Also no Cloud Resolution. That's a lot of stuff he didn't have.
You can't defeat me.
That sounds good. No support.
Into
No
the breach.
prophecies for us though.
There's always a plan.
And that's still not great. I have to mummify you so we can reach this guy because I just need to try to get rid of stuff by now. That's all I can really do. Can't even try to use our ring. Well, oh yeah, he also didn't have Imprison. There were so many cards he could have had. No Imprison, no Fervor, no Illusionist. That's a lot of cards he didn't have.
Chimera, guide us.
There's the Fervor finally though. So I guess we're dead. Like, a deck without any AoE and the only way to actually try to stop early stuff being guards.
You won't spoil
He's
my
gonna have
plan.
a real bad time versus a Cloud Resolutionist.
A hard-fought victory.
It's a worthy contest.
Oh please, Adegeko. But yeah, like Spoders, I don't think. Like, I tried putting Word Wall, Drain Vitality in here, but that didn't really work out either. Like, Spoders are just inherently really bad versus yellow tokens. It's just too many small dudes. I do way better versus reasonably sized dudes that aren't too many of at the same time. The Draugr are specific undeads that are undeads of occults that worship Elduin. Like, there's plenty of undead skeletons and such, but the Draugr specifically were like embalmed and such specifically to serve the dragons when they came back. And then, like, when the dragons were there before the resurrection in Skyrim, they also, like in the old days, already worshipped and were even given powers to them. Like, the dragon priests had powers from the dragons, and the stronger Draugr also know how to use zooms and such. They never died. Wait, the Draugr never died? They're pretty undead though. Like, they count as undead and they're... And there's also websites detailing that kind of stuff, yeah. So what kind of mage is this? Steel mage is probably not gonna have a great time. Unless he doesn't draw steel cards, then he'll have a pretty good time.
Training is over. It's time to act.
But he's actually token with triple outposts. I do want to play with an hand called this next turn on the left though. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and warm our friends real well.
For the Emperor!
It's Oculatus
You
age.
can't defeat me.
Tawaka watches over me.
The Draugr are undead and dragons are undead too? Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Draugr
You can't defeat me.
don't even Really? Are you sure about that? I'm not too sure about that. Ah well. Let's see.
Come and warm yourself.
The Nords must take
dark
back
omen.
Skyrim.
Oh, you take care of this guy because it heals him. Like, humans can't possibly be able to live for that long, right? Like, I don't think Draugr also, like, most of them can't even speak anymore or anything either. They wake up with Alduin. Like, having, like, a dragon blessing on them, allowing them to get revived is one thing, but them being full-blown actually alive?
Your orders. Your orders.
I'm not too sure about that. This is more mid-rangey, I want to claim, but
Come on then.
it's pretty good at being aggro as well because of all the bonus charge buffs. But I'm down for trading things.
I hear and obey.
I don't really want to trade my
Into the
raiding party though. Trading party is kind of sad. But I think if I just send a raiding party through this with this many buffs, it'd be pretty deadly for him. Zombie movies or ghost hunting movies. I do like the modern day zombie stuff. Though I haven't watched Walking Dead in quite a while. That's a tier.
I like our odds.
I do like my odds as well. With tier in there. The aggro version is pretty good now. Though, I kind of like, when I made this, at the time I kind of felt like a mid-rangey version would also be really good. And it's not doing all that bad. So, I'm kind of down for just continuing to play this. I actually play a raiding party first. This is just too much damage to not do.
Time to fight.
Here you go.
Orders.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die. But yeah, like a proper aggro, red aggro Crusader is going to beat my Crusader. But my Crusader is gonna have a better time dealing with decks that are better versus that red aggro Crusader. So if you have like heals and guards, then my Crusader has larger cards to actually just continue to contest the larger cards that my opponent plays, instead of being entirely reliant on actually finding the card draw and then drawing all the cards. And that card draw is also still in here. It's just that we put less cards on the board at the same time as the aggro one does. Exit Humanity. I don't think I've actually watched that, no. Let's see, Exit Humanity. The ghosts are pretty cool as well. It only has a 2.5 out of 5 stars on IMDb though. Post-Civil War America. So Wild West zombies, huh?
Your orders. Your orders. Your orders. Your orders. I hear and obey.
Soldiers, report.
Your orders.
I don't. Magoo. But I'm sure there's plenty of those kind of decks available on legenddex.com. There's no specific timeline for when the card game takes place. That's true. That's also fair, Americon. Hopefully is in Skyrim timeline so that dragons are undead. There were quite a few who did, but had not played, people that had not played Skyrim, the game that's available on every single console known to man. I guess that's fair though. But yeah, that's also a thing to consider. Like, sure, it is still a skeletal dragon, but technically, there is no timeline. We're just seeing things happen on an Elder Scroll. Like, in an infinite amount of possibilities, these things could eventually actually happen on the Elder Scroll. I think I want a 3-mana card though. I'll take a 2-mana card as well.
Hail, friend.
Oh yeah, Americon, now that you're here, what is the sound that Mage's Drink makes right now? Like, there's a weird something that's happening with it, and it just doesn't make any sense. You know what? I'll play Rift Thane first though. It's just too large not to play.
Not get past me.
But it just, like, that got added with the latest patch, and it just, I just can't.
Training is over. It's time to act.
The sound of one hand clapping? That does not sound like a one hand clapping. Like, it's way more mechanical than that. It's really weird. Skeever Infestation. Uh-oh, that's a really early Skeever Infestation. I'll throw in a Docile Healer though. Sounds okay.
Nicely done.
So let's see. How about we let this guy take care of that?
Don't mess with me.
And get ourselves hit by a prophecy. It's kind of a weird sound. Yeah.
Defile our temple.
Go ask her sound guy. That might be useful. Like, it's just such a weird sound. But yeah, there's Skeevers in there.
Distraction might
And he's kind of controlling.
I shall end their blasphemy.
So kind of Brawler can take care of both of these, and we can do some more damage to face. Kind of wish I had a
Come on then. I'll even let you swing first.
Nofix house call right now, though.
Don't miss.
Ooh, and more prophecies? Is this like prophecy control Skeever Crusader?
A little distraction.
No, he just
might
rolls
prove
all the.
useful.
Those are just regular old prophecies. There's nothing to tell you about those prophecies. But that does kind of hurt though.
My power.
Kind of hurts a lot. Definitely need to kill this guy though. Rude.
Let none.
But yeah, he shouldn't
defile
need
our
to care
temple.
about me healing. I don't think he needs to do it at the very least. So boom, that. Ooh, Maricon actually agrees with
Don't mess with me.
the people saying that Skeletal Dragon should be. Kind Kind of. Why don't I play Undying Dragon in here? Because it's too slow.
There's a plan.
Like the fact that we have a few heals in here, but we want to be way faster than all that. Really? 3 prophecies? Oh my god.
We'll see how they like someone who
3
fights
prophecies.
back. I like our arms.
Oh,
Will not get past me.
that is not cool. Yeah, Undying Dragon with 6 mana. We play 2 7 manas, no 6 manas. Everything below, like everything, like we do have a bunch of 5 manas and we have a bunch of 4 manas, but we don't have too many
I've got you covered.
You won't
really high mana cards in there. Grounder is pretty good right now. Let's see what the item is. That's Helm of Remedy. Too bad it's not enough to kill him.
for the rift.
Kinda because, you know, it gives 0 health, 0 attack. Ah well. Do I give you extra health? Does that matter? I don't think giving you health matters. I'm just gonna give you health. Ah, there are plenty of items that could have given me 1 attack. But that's definitely a situation where Scrounger was better than Vigilante.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Damn, that sucks. So, can we draw ourselves anything with a charge? Anything with a charge. That is not charge. So he gets to heal for, I wouldn't say 5. At the very least, kind of. Like, play 2 creatures, break a rune. Actually, he can break 2 runes. Damn, he heals for 8. That kinda sucks.
Don't miss.
The Ufuk Housecarls, if we draw them now, are going to be absolutely worthless.
You won't spoil my plan.
And he has Manticoras in there. Because he's playing kind of control. So let's see, he has another 6, 9, 15, 18, 19, so we also have to throw out this thing. Okay, we're dead. GG, he won.
A hard-fought victory.
We can't also handle a Manticora right now.
My fight is done.
This one thanks you.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. The Scrounger did not give us an item with any form of attack. That's unfortunate. That was our last chance to win. I want to claim that him having Skeevers did give us a better chance to win though. Removes the buff from Orc Clan Captain? Skeever meta. Now, like, playing Skeevers that early means you're gonna also draw into more Skeevers later. And it's not good for you. Also, he's still playing Steel Mage, so if he draws all his Steel cards right away, we might be in a good spot. But if we don't have a 3 mana card,
Hail, friend.
we'll have a pretty bad time though. Because we do, ooh, he's actually playing Support Mage now. Well, that still is a control type of deck. And this deck does really bad versus control type of decks. It does really bad versus anything control, ramp, or greed. It does okay versus aggro and mid-range, but that's not what this is. And then we also skip our turn 3, so we're probably dead.
So many purses, so little time.
No, you cannot also no. That is just too much. That is just too much. Really, right? You can't play support and steal at the same time. That's just too much negative curve for you. Like, no. Please don't let him win with this. Please. Just let me hit him in the face for 4 times in a row with this guy. But no, like, our deck is bad versus greed anyway. So it's just not gonna work out. I didn't need to draw there, Soldier Run. Like, right now I was like, you know what, why the fuck not? But there was no reason for me to try to draw. Like, I already had something I wanted to play there, so why did I need to draw? Makes no sense, really. I know, right, Hoven? But yeah, this is just a pure greed deck, and we can't handle pure greed with this deck. He doesn't have 70 cards. Like, he's not bad enough to also play 70 cards. Like, he's an alright player. He's just pushing the limits on how far greed can go right now. And apparently it's really, really far. That kind of bothers me that that's the case. I still find it really cool that there's like different pitches on a creature's war cry when they enter the board when you play them at the same time. Like when it's noticeable enough that you notice it.
I sell cures for all ills.
By all the powers of the 8.
Well, we can silence you, but the infinite ones are still going to be kind of awkward. That's just the way it goes for now, though. No prophecy at the very least. I'm not gonna shackle.
So, it has been written.
He can't play Iron Atronach because he doesn't have purple in his deck, silly. That's not how that works. He can play plenty of greed cards that are not Iron Atronach as well. Like, a greed card is a card that gives you value, like really impressive value later on in the game. Technically, these guys could be greed as well, but they end up, like, there's enough support for them right now that they actually work out fairly decently. But a heckler, you're not heckling a whole lot. Thanks for the reset, though. Good to see you. I'm glad to have you. But yeah. Like, he's really trying to push the Brownies right now, though. But, like, our deck is everything but greedy. It's, aside from Titus Meme, I suppose. Titus Mead is kind of like our only actual kind of greed card.
Sheor take you.
I have many important things on my mind.
I do need to kill this, though. Yeah, I do need to kill that. Like, you can still use that potion. I don't know why it hasn't done so over multiple turns, though. It's kind of a mid-sorcerer, but it's a very defensive mid-sorcerer, so it does really bad versus control and greed. We actually played some Spoder Town not too long ago, but yeah, like what we've been doing lately as well is switching between decks, like every time we lose a game. So we'll get around to the Spoders again.
So little time.
Don't you worry about that. Well, let's see. Empire Crafter is the other greed card in this deck, kind of. Fate Weaver is mildly greedy, I suppose. Dankness is just pure defensive.
You cannot hope to outrun.
Oh no, he is playing Manticoras. You're making a mistake there. He is playing Manticoras. Like he's just missing something in his early game, and I just don't know what.
Taste my steel.
But let's see if we can make him taste some steel. He probably also plays Darker Burst though. He had them last time. Premium dankness is definitely
on to
very
anything
dank. Like the
interesting?
dankness just oozes off from it. So you know. There's no fear in this deck either. Like the dankness is the highest mana card. Oh, that's not true. There's Ancano. But Ancano it's not really a greedy card now, is it? He took my Titus. So he's gonna have plenty of guards to put in front of me.
That was my mistake.
Was it? Yeah. Night Mother! In a deck without slays or breakthroughs. That is really, really odd. Night Mother in a deck without slays or breakthroughs. What? Okay.
Die like a dog.
That is like... It's a 2-mana card. Very greedy 2-mana card though. Is this a new deck? No, not at all. We've been playing this deck for quite a while. I made this deck specifically for last month's top 32 weekend. Tournament.
Do not trouble this one.
You know you have to actually use this elixir right now, right? Please punish him! Please game! Never. Ah well. GG. We didn't draw a lightning bolt.
My fight is done.
Never punish.
A hard-fought victory.
Well fought.
Well, it's only one player that's playing it, Holven, but I keep running into propaganda. I don't know how. And I'm just playing like literally everything. It's like, well, I guess I'm not playing pure greed. But support Thief Mage. Like, it's really pushing the boundaries of how far, like... But I guess nobody's really stopping it. Maybe we stop 100. Oh, please, gamers. Now let's see. I'll keep an execute. That sounds fine.
Hail, friend.
At least there is enough greed in this deck to actually, like, contest greed. Not that I expect this guy to be particularly greedy, though.
We'll see how they like someone who fights
But we need an
back.
Orb of Ayarmina and some support dudes. You should propaganda. Like, well, you can't really... I can't really, like, blame you for running into me. But... I still... I can't bring myself to truly respect your deck. Like, you're pushing the boundaries of what greed can even mean. It's just pure greed.
The silent guard with you.
No, that's Orun for you, Dennis.
Let me kill.
Ah, man, we're so dead. We didn't draw a 3 mana or a 4 mana card. Well, that's unfortunate. And that's how a control deck loses. But then again, it's a fairly greedy control deck, so I guess there's that.
We fight for all.
And then there's offering a Marauder as well.
The silent
Oh.
guard with you.
No prophecies mean.
Pain
We're gonna go ahead and push the button. Is this prophecy meaningful?
We'll see how they like
I don't think
someone
this
who
prophecy
fights
is meaningful.
back.
Nah, there's no hope. There's no hope at all. Nah, that's not true. We can hit prophecies. You know what? I'm just gonna use this crouch first. I'll give a maple shield to a guard. I need to go here. If there's a guard that can go there.
The silent guard with you.
That's not a prophecy.
For Skyrim!
Now we can concede.
My
There you
fight
go.
is done. A hard-fought victory.
It's been my honor.
But yeah, skipping turn 3 and 4 when your opponent is playing aggro cards. That's not something you can never do. That just means you lose. And sure, we have plenty of cards we can play at that time. We had really good cards to actually have that we could draw in our deck to actually play versus that, but you do have to draw them first. So no Volan Drung for us. That is definitely infinitely greedier than Spoders. Spoders does everything it can to try to stop aggro, and then has Spoders on top of that.
Hail, friend.
Did I dream of Elder Scrolls Legends? Not really. I'll play it Savior already.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
No, I have no idea
We'll
what that
see how
means,
they like
Dennis.
someone who fights back.
Absolutely zero idea what that meant.
We stand ready for you.
Well, at least the shade is a little higher mana.
Let's heat things up.
I guess I'll trade for that. Yeah. It's not like we have like that much synergy for you. You're really there for those kind of trades. And Siddharth with the 20, almost 2 years. No, I was feeling old already back then, Siddharth.
If I fall, the hist will
But good to see ya. How have you been?
Come at me.
Because I don't care enough, Dennis. I was just like, the fun part there was seeing chat's reactions to things, even though chat didn't know what was going on either. I'm 27. Well, there you go. Not needing to go to work is kind of nice. That's a leaf lurker.
Forest is my cloak.
Let's just try to go for as much damage as we can find. Let's hope he doesn't rage. Kinda, but we do have 2 water creatures anyway. I'd be totally down for a Doomcrag right now, though. This guy's really good with Doomcrag. This guy's really good with Doomcrag. There's already one of those already, Gecko. Well, that's unfortunate. This is another 7 damage to base at least. But yeah. Hun's made is nice though.
Care to join me on the hunt?
Oh, he got himself a prophecy. But that's unfortunate.
If I fall, the hist will
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting anything else to proclaim me there. I'll play the sharpshooter over here. I don't want to play into a rage. Hopefully, Zenith.
They dare face the Blade Mistress of Valenwood?
So, yeah, we're probably dead now. Though that Tower of Revenge is really awkward for him. Do I get rid of the guard first? Do I get rid of the rage potential? They're shifts anyway, I might as well just get rid of the guard.
Fear me, mortal? You should.
Like, he can move lanes. That's not the hardest thing for him to do. That is true, isn't it, Agavian? Like, there are some very blatant liars in this game. Like the Blade Mistress, and she uses a bow. And then Kandahar Brawler says that he'll even let him hit first, and then suddenly he comes out hitting you. Just rude. Let's just silence you. Maybe that'll do something for us.
What have we here?
Oh, please, gamer. But yeah, this does not look good for us at all. This looks really bad for us.
Care to join me on the hunt?
But I want to believe he's gonna give me a card. But not before he actually plays Werebat plus Rage right now, though. That's not a Werebat plus Rage.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
Give it one more turn. Like, it's generally impossible to come back from a position like this. But let's see if there's like a surprise card that I didn't even know about. I can flip things around.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Duma, take you.
I have this odd feeling. No, we can hit this button. That button sounds fine right now.
My fight is done. A hard-fought victory.
Oh, please, Jimbo. You just hate one-sided decks, but propaganda. Oh, you're. Some of the things you say are so, like, entirely controversial to themselves. Because you made your deck really, really one-sided. At least that's how it feels to me. And there's 6 in. It's been out for like a month or even longer now, Gavian. Overlay for Elder Scrolls Legends for Mac? What do you mean an overlay? For something like that. Damn it, really? We are just having the worst time with opponents, though. Like every time we switch decks, we run into something that's really, really good versus us for the past 4 games now. So now we're playing a control battle mage versus a ramp scout. Well, we can hope it's not a ramp scout. Oh, never mind. It's random scout. It's a 70 card deck after all, so even he doesn't know what he's actually going to be able to play. So that sounds fine. Is this the same guy that actually played Journey on like 5 creatures? Well, what's that game called? Hand of Fate 2 is coming out kinda soon, 6 in. So, I might just go ahead and play some of that. He probably still has a curse though.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
So, Shadow Shift would kind of suck.
The elements are mine to control.
But I can live with that. Oh, there's plenty of people leave me. Noodle. Also a Shadow Shift?
Gone.
No, he's just gone. But yeah, I told you he had curses as well, so I needed to activate that right away.
Careful there.
I guess I'll just Wardcrafter or Firebolt that. That sounds fine. No, but like actually playing variety games, like I'm actually like a really awkward gamer where I kind of just suck at choosing games that I want to play. I don't get rid of his grove with this right now. I really do need to get rid of his grove with this, don't I? That's probably fine though. We can probably manage to have enough stuff on the board by the time he actually ramps enough. Since he's playing kind of random card. Well, he plays 20 extra cards, so it's going to be harder for him to find them anyway. Hopefully we just get to raise this. That'd be nice.
You're a danger.
Looks like we're gonna rage him.
Like it.
That sounds okay. Firebolt to make the rage stronger? Nah. There you go. Play Shadowverse? I've already done that actually. I want to call it the time of day, Sixon. The time of day probably has a lot to do with it. Because I stream like at a time where nobody gets to watch, really. Also, I guess that's a game. I thought we were gonna have a bad time, and then we saw the amount of cards he had in his deck. And then it was just over. Ah well. A rude person with other rude situations. Wait, what? Who is more rude? A rude person with other rude people and rude situations? That's so... That is, like, what you're... You can't say, like, who is more rude if the only thing that you... Like, you are only describing one thing. Because you're describing a rude person that is surrounded by other rude people doing something rude. Because that's why the situation is rude. Well, what is that more rude than something else? And like, which one would be more rude then? That doesn't make sense. You can watch in chat. That's like, when it truly comes down to just like
Hail, friend.
time zones and such. Like, I stream during American work hours, I stream during European work hours, so it's kind of awkward on that part. Persian? There's no Persia anymore, that's Iran. But yeah, now we found our ramp scout though.
Heat things up.
This one does actually know what he's doing, so... We haven't had a particularly good curve. What kind of scout is that? What are the cards that you throw away with this? I wanna know. Why are you playing camo in your scout? Yeah, he can just revive that, so that's not a big deal for him, I suppose. I'm just gonna hit him in the face. I'm too scared now.
I'll kill you where you
There's a camo in that scout. I don't want to know what's going on. It's avant-garde Slay Scout. Ring OTK? No, no, no. Is it? No, 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 no.
The hist
There's no OTK for rings in Scout. Is there? I don't think there is. Let's see, let's just draw a card and see what happens. Damn it, I should have drawn a card on this thing. I wasn't really expecting a lightning bolt. Or hoping for a lightning bolt either.
I'll kill you where
Ah,
you
well.
stand.
The hist provides.
Damn, I really wish I would have just used my thing on this. I've only had enough mana for these two.
I'll
But
kill
yeah,
you where you stand.
we're not having a particularly fast curve, so that could be kind of scary. Ring of Imaginary. Oh yeah, that's a kind of a type of ring. That's true. That's also a type of ring. We're even gonna throw that back and give him more buffs because we're nice people. It's not rude at all.
I'll kill you where you
I
stand.
don't know why he killed his own camel. I think he killed his own camel because of rage, actually, maybe. That's actually fine, but he didn't need to worry about that yet. Does he have 2 giant bats? He does have 2 giant bats. That sucks. Let's hope he doesn't also play noodles. Is that a level 2 Solitaire? That's a Solitaire, isn't it?
I'll kill you where you stand.
No skeevers? Oh, please. If I did have skeevers, could honestly actually be a way to say, okay, we have some silly shenanigans for late game. All 3 bats, though?
Forest.
Damn. All 3 bats. That's not cool.
I have
That's not
many
cool at all.
important things on my mind.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Oh, we're never gonna kill him in time. But maybe we can have enough cool stuff on the board, but... Ah, man. If we draw Journey, we're just gonna play Journey. We should stop word walling. That's way too ominous for me. I'm just gonna lightning bolt him. Yeah.
Let's see about this. I'll kill you where you stand.
Ah, man. We really have to get a giant bat back from that. Oh man, this is so bad for us. I fear the Thoom. I don't really fear the Thoom.
Is my cloak.
Oh, we can shackle him. So there's that.
I'll kill you where you stand.
At least we have more cards than he does, so that's a thing. We don't have any Failed the Mighties, but we haven't played any yet either. But yeah, that's kind of rude. But at least we get to kill it. That's a big part of things, right?
The forest is mine.
At least we have Ice Storm to just do this. Like in the end, we just have more cards, so that is not the worst result of trying to be this aggressive. It's not like we actually ended up breaking a bunch of runes after all. But I definitely would have liked to have something else on these Dank Harvesters in my hand right now, though.
You must be cleansed.
Do I need him to hit me in the face? Nah. I kind of want to be aggressive though.
The elements are mine to
So
control.
I'm just gonna be aggressive.
What have we here?
You won't hit me? There's a chance that's the case. He put me on 26 already though for no reason. So, like, he might hit me. See, he's just hitting me. At least we got support removal, so that's a big deal. Both of these are silent, so that's kind of rude.
All too simple.
I don't think I hit him though, actually. If only we had a rage, I'd be super down for just putting you over here. Maybe I should still anyway. Ah, no, I can't really do that. I'm just gonna see if I can prep him for an ice storm or something. Like with him having only one card, I can just get rid of the His Grove and not need to worry about anything. Like he trades here, we hit that, firebolt it, ice storm everything to death.
Your storm is no match for mine.
Or, you know, none of that happens. That's unfortunate. Can we finally get a Fell the Mighty though? I'd be so down for a Fell the Mighty. Please. Please. Oh my god, really? No. Well, we are so fucked. I can just let him hit me with that.
Careful there, friend.
Observe.
Oh, and then he can also drain vitality, yo, or he hits me in the face with a 9/9 charge bat. At least we can silence the charge bat technically. There it is. No, it's just a skeletal dragon, as you know. I guess I'll give him an extra skeletal dragon. Did I already play a belligerent giant? I already played a belligerent giant. Ah, fuck. We'll just silence it.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Even kill
Your
this.
blood will spill.
You can just just Odafine the belligerent giant anyway. We are. Oh man, if I'm down for a Battle Mage's Onslaught right now. I need something. I don't know what. Something must exist to be given to me now. There must be something that exists. Oh hey there, Journey. Yeah, you were needed. Sure, why not? What else would you possibly need? Oh man.
The day is mine.
Your blood will spill.
I can at least gain a turn by gianting the Odavine.
I would protect the Hist.
Careful there, friend.
Oh man. Oh, I'm not even salty on this one. I'm just like our matchup is already bad, and he's just getting so many ridiculous things. Give me something good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, Frost Giant is cool. Really though? Too bad we can't play the Frost Giant yet. Nah, I want to keep this in no battle mace.
Your blood will spill.
Your storm is no match for mine.
That's a word wall. I didn't know word walls could speak this loudly. Hey, we finally got a Fell the Mighty. It's about time we did. You can get yourself silenced like this. So hey, What if there's still a chance? He just needs to draw one giant bat though. Ooh, that's nothing. Yeah, I feel like hitting him right now. It's kind of the only option we have. Any creature that he can play and that kills this immediately also kills me in my face though. So let's see if we can kill him next turn. Could we go ahead and not die and actually beat you? Because that would be amazing. Okay, we're not, yeah, fine. You're not dead yet. It's a raid. Ooh, If I send no battle mage, healing hands, improvised weapon you, then you'll be 11, 12, 13. I can still rage after that. I do enough damage. Let's go. I just do this. Let's just do this. Just die. There. I don't know why we won this game, but we won this game. It's okay. It probably was enough. I maybe would have given him a prophecy anyway, but I don't know why. But that game was way too like just back to back. What is this? I'm not gonna raise the leveling if I can just kill him. That was way too scary of a game. Way too scary. Did I even need healing hands and improvised weapon though? Like 9 damage rage. Would have done 7 and then 11 to his face. I think it would have already been good enough without the healing hands and improvised weapon. Maybe I needed one of them. But definitely not both. Do I actually want to keep it Fel the Mighty? I'll be scared. I'll keep it Fel the Mighty.
Hail, friend.
I didn't need him when it was awesome. Definitely true, fair enough. Does that ever happen to me? What he did to me? Yes. Like, there's no way you were ever going to actually contest a 7-4. Well, when there's like items in your opponent's deck that he's already shown you as well. Like, I'm pretty sure we've played Sentinel Battle Base before. And like, you're not gonna play a late red game deck, a late game red deck without rage. It just doesn't make any sense.
Hail, friend.
No, Serbian. I have no. I don't think anybody. No. I actually even kind of almost want to feel insulted. By such a nonsense message. So, sometimes Neuromonado.
And I shall cure it.
There's just nothing you can really say about, like, emote uses there. I just always say good game and hello. And sometimes if there's, like, something really, really weird had happened, I'll say, like, yeah, that was a mistake, or... maybe sorry if I took, like, extra long or something, I don't know. I don't really use the other emotes very often, though. I don't want to lightning bolt that just to prep it for an ice storm. Nah. Oh, please. succeedo. Just because my good game sounds kind of BME doesn't mean I actually meant to be BME. That's true propaganda, but you're here in chatting, so you know about that, and that was just too ridiculous. Like, that was a too ridiculous situation. Oh, this Pyromancer.
Let's heat things
That's more
up.
than enough. He really wants to kind of be aggressive, but... So, I want to claim that there's probably like a lot of heal cards in here. So good thing that we don't really care too much about him healing if we're just playing control anyway. But yeah, the meaning of BM is bad manners. Like, it's kind of an awkward way to say it like that. Because like, kind of feels silly. Like saying like, this you're doing bad manners. But it basically just comes down to the fact that like, there is like somewhat of a communication code between people. And then like somebody who's doing bad mannered stuff, it kind of just comes across as rude. But, Sister, thanks for the resub. Good to see you. And glad to have you.
Chimera, guide us!
Well, we have a belligerent giant for that, but I don't think I want to play that next turn. But if he...
The hist will be buried.
Fine, I'll just back. It's a back ice storm. It's getting really awkward. Like, these rages are not great to get early on. Like we don't even have like a low mana card we can really use them with. Fell the mighty. Might be able to get rid of something dangerous.
The forest is my strength and my courage.
The forest is my cloak.
This ice storm doesn't do a whole lot, but it would do a lot more if I managed to actually just go ahead and belligerent giant this first, so... You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can bait him into attacking this. For no reason. He has no reason to attack that, but... I'd be down for just taking less damage. I don't think I want to raise this even. Now this doesn't seem very tokening at all. Kinda mid-rangey. Kinda really good versus our type of deck. Mid-range is like the classic way to try to beat control. Like just having things that are larger than the removal. But yet still strong on curve. Well, I guess we are going to raise that. Because that is way too dangerous. And we got a firebolt to take care of this guy. So, there you go. And we don't give him a card yet, so it's not all that bad. So maybe it would be just fine, actually. Goldbrand! Well, good thing we got another belligerent giant for that. That's a really scary support. So, let's just go ahead and collect a bunch of dudes. Make sure we don't die. Then murder the crap out of him. That's actually really bad for us. Because that means we're like forced to give him cards. And I want to give him cards. Well, here we go. I want to keep you alive. Because I'd have to give you the Sentinel Battle Mace and give him another card in that case. Maybe we'll actually be just fine if I do it. I believe. Like, we can actually just look at killing him next turn, I guess. That's also okay. But... is there a way for him to do 7 damage? Well, you can give a buff to Cascade. You can play 2 Glyph Racers. That doesn't kill me though.
They cannot hope to outwit me.
That puts me down to 4. But if I send no Battle Mage, a mace, and I rage through this, then he heals for 3, but I deal 10 damage. 10 damage heal, so he goes down to... that does kill him. There you go.
A hard-fought victory.
So I'll take that. This deck is the thinking one system. The really, really weird thinking one. Was I actually? Well, not really, but it was a really odd and awkward and definitely offensive to some people message there, Serbian, and like how the final 8 words were used and such. But yeah, twice in a row that we actually just had a large giant to rage through. So there you go. Do not contest large giants with small dudes that can't contest it. You need to have a large dude or a warded dude, or you just kill it. I think I keep the Fell Mighty again, but if I'm really forced to use it on a trader though, that'd be really bad. This is another deck that's actually kind of really good versus us. I'm sorry, Zarkolo. You have to earn your win, but
Hail, friend.
archers in general, I cannot
We'll
imagine
see how they like someone
not
who
being
fights
good
back.
versus this. Oh yeah. You know what? I can probably make those permanent changes. Like I changed the Scouts report to an Ungolem and a Journey. That's what I changed those to. So you know what? Let's actually update that.
As long as I draw breath.
That's rude. Ungolem is a lot more greedy than Scouts Report though. Though Scouts Report is also pretty greedy. So it's still a greed card for a greed card. And Journey is really just an anti-other Journey deck card. I don't think I can actually play the Conjurer just like this though. But I don't think I want to Earthbone Spinner that either. But I kind of do want to contest him. You know what? I'm just gonna. I kind of do also value my my rings. I'm just gonna shoot my own Conjurer next turn.
Just
Sounds
give
fine.
me a name.
As long as I draw breath.
Or I can just Ravage Up Pyromancer this. That also sounds fine.
Let's heat things up.
Edgy as well. Was it really edgy? Oh, please, Adigeko.
It's nothing personal.
So no, he's kind of out of
Kill you
stuff
while
on
you
the board. That is nice. The chance of him having SharePoint Dragon is very high though. I really don't want to play this still.
What have we here? What have we here?
That's true, laser beaming. All dark. That is kind of what dark humor is. In
By
general.
the 8th, they will meet their makers.
It's kind of like a jab at like all the negativity things and the negative things in life, but like it's just dark humor is always something you need to be kind of careful with. Like you can be too dark, and some people like it even darker. But yeah.
Let's go then.
You always need to be
My
careful with
time is
those.
precious.
Now that's a target to spinner.
My scales move in shadow.
Let's see.
The forest
Spin
will not
you.
suffer your presence.
But now the real problem comes.
Sheol take you.
We're not dead yet, and we take another 5 damage. Actually, I have to play the Pyromancer just to make sure that I don't overdraw. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Because then he hits me in the face, we draw a card, we draw another card, and like the Tome of Alteration would have given me an extra card as well. You know, I just supposed to play the Becton Conjurer though.
These streets are mine.
Now that's more like it. Just needed a little bit of danger in our life. That's all we needed.
Let's heat things up.
That's a pretty decent Pyromancer though. Like, you know, it also pyros all his own dudes. So that kinda works out for me, I suppose. I'm down for that. Let's put a little bit too much stuff in here.
Kill you where you stand.
The elements are mine.
Just to make me feel safer. Because I don't take damage anymore. Exactly, Actorino. Well, not everybody gets a whole lot of it, though, Metro.
If I fall,
Or enough of it to call themselves healthy.
shall we put in a dishonest day's work?
I do not want to put in a dishonest day's work, though. That sounds like a really bad idea. But an ice storm isn't quite enough. I guess back-to-back ice storms. Man, we have such a, like, we just have a really crappy hand for this. It's kind of the only thing we can really do, though. Unless we lower the damage we take by 3. At least we got some more dangness to heal.
My time
That's
is
too large to
precious.
ice storm as well, though.
What have we here? I can smell it.
Oh, please, Metro. Well, what if there's some people watching that, like, are allergic to gluten?
The elements are mine to control.
You're just gonna offend them as well. Do you have more reasonably large cards? Because I really don't have any removal anymore. Do we have a 4-mana
These
cool
streets are
card?
mine.
I guess I can tome you and then rage to kill these. Oh, please, Cambridge Central. What the fuck's a gluten? Apparently, I don't know what gluten really are, but apparently it's like... So, like, a very small percentage of the world is allergic to it, but a way larger percentage makes a really big deal out of it. I don't want to rage yet. I just want to play some dankness. That's all I want to do. So close, Lonely. You didn't. No, you like it showed on your stream, but it's not showing on anybody else's. That's also a cheap vigilante. Oh my god, that's so much card draw as well. But yeah, it didn't show on our streams. Like the Your messages go through a little earlier, but Twith Rago actually stopped you. Nah, I have to push that back, don't I? Yeah, it's too dangerous. Nah, not to. But at least we can use our rage on either side now in order to get rid of large things now. Oh, I know about South Park Gamer, but I don't think you should take everything that South Park tells you as, like, the truth. Can we please get a Fell the Mighty, though? Well, I guess we're gonna die. He just pushes this out or kills it with anything. So GG.
A hard-fought victory.
GG. He just had a Fell the Mighty. Like, we have 3 Fell the Mighties in here as well. But yeah, I threw one out of my opening hand, so he gets all of them.
Nicely done.
And truthful source of information. Oh, please. But GG's Aragolo. The game got mad at me for throwing away a Fell the Mighty in my opening hand. I was not allowed to get another one. Kinda sad. But yeah, Tuxedo, you are thinking of Rick and Morty. Did he BM me? No. He said GG. That's all he did, right? So let's see, can we build a wall? We are getting pretty close to Spoders again, though. That's 3 more losses. I don't really want to lose a whole bunch of games.
Greetings,
though.
citizen.
Hail, friend. By Arcade's beard, this day will be
If our
mine.
soldier can trade for that, hopefully. But him playing something like that
Awaiting orders.
probably means he's something more mid-rangey aggressive-y. So as a spell sword, that means he's gonna run out of cards, and I do like the sound of that. That was bound to happen as well, though.
Awaiting orders.
A good thing we got 2. It's not. No. It's a natural thing, definitely.
Confound you.
Like, but bread is technically not natural. So you know. Like, where we
A
still
little
invented that
distraction might prove
I
useful.
hear and obey.
and then started eating it. Because it was a good way to have a food that was somewhat preservable in like having wheat that was
At the
preservable.
ready.
So, you know. I don't really care about him healing.
Behold my power.
I do want to use all my mana.
None defile our temple.
I actually don't have a Spoder emote. And the reason for that is it's like impossible to make a Spoder emote actually like look like anything. So yeah.
Found you.
Invented it on accident? Well, like it became so popular because it's kind of easy to store. Like all the wheat and grains and such.
There's a plan. Awaiting orders. A plan.
You like to ask for extra gluten on your pizza? Oh, please. That's unfortunate.
Go no further.
So an undying dragon is actually kind of scary right now, huh? Ah, well.
This is our moment.
At least
Your orders.
we got his execute out of his hand, so the Enchanter of Akataj might actually be able to live if I decide to play it at one turn. And we have a Dawn's Wrath for an Undying Dragon now, so that's not the end of the world either.
At the ready.
That's a lot of blades, though. So let's see. How about you try to eat both of those?
The waters of life.
Clearly. It said it blows out or stuff. That seems a little excessive though. I don't know about that. I kinda don't want to use an edict on this. He doesn't even want to hit me in the face. I'm gonna pass my turn.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
Okay, well, Wild Origins is apparently a troll after
Go no
all.
further.
So,
Go
are
no
you gonna
further.
chill out, Wild Origins, or do you need a
Feed and
ban?
flee.
Now let's hope he doesn't get the Mirage back. If he just gets a blade, that's fine. Like the final paragraph you wrote there, like promote
Feed and flee.
poison in order to
Go no further.
to get more money for the government.
At the ready.
That is like that is, come on. You can't take that seriously yourself either. I could try to be a little bit more greedy though. You don't want to be that greedy. I'm gonna be that greedy.
Believers shall
Even though
flock
we
to
already
our
have a
noble
Hell Dragon
cause.
for you though.
Believers shall flock to our noble cause.
That could be silly.
Feed and flee.
Go no further.
Like, people want to believe in way larger conspiracies than there actually are. And there's nothing we can really do about that. But we definitely don't have to propagate them over here. Use the wrong LUL, please purge you. Fine, you can get purged because you asked for it. You don't want to live with the shame of using the wrong LUL. Poor guy.
Go no further.
Okay, now things are actually getting kind of scary though. So let's see. I really need a heal. I wouldn't mind owning this, but I kind of also really need to throw a guard in front of that. So if he has a javelin, he wins. Well, that sucks. Everybody wants to get purged. Yeah, well, he had an edict or yeah. Damn.
A hard-fought victory.
Go no further.
I guess I couldn't have played a chanter. I needed to remove more cards. I could not play the chanter. Well, that sucks. Don's Wrath and Ton on top. Maybe I should have just done that. I kind of wanted to start healing already. Maybe I could have also just started healing later. That's also fair. Yeah, I kind of forgot that I still had Don's Wrath apparently. I guess it was to kind of just totally out of it. Because chat being weird.
Be welcome.
Hail, friend.
There were a bunch of plays I could have done differently there. But it's just on me. If you don't know whether or not it's a trap, it's not gay yet.
By
Because
the
something
eighth, they will meet their mate.
something attractive is still going to remain something attractive. That's not something you can just tell to your dick. But if you are aware of the fact that it is a trap, then yes, then it's a little gay.
Shame take
Can I summon 2 creatures or a skirmisher? No. Guess we'll lose a sad goblin. Can I get a sad goblin though, actually? No. Well, I can't Ice Storm yet, so... But a skirmisher there would have been really good.
by the 8th.
But this seems like an actual control mage. An actual control mage. It's going to be pretty rough for us. So I want to guard in front of this.
If I fall, they hit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna only play around an Ice Storm. You're better for to play around an Ice Storm because you give me a new card in my hand. I'll hit review first, in case of prophecies. No prophecy though. Shadowmere! I don't really want to destroy my chances of actually activating an ally though, but Shadowmere is pretty alright. But if it is something that kills us though, I guess it's about time we get ourselves cleared. Well, the reason why traps aren't gay unless you realize it's a trap is because they do want to come across as something female.
Shall take you.
Oh god damn it. We don't need copy paste though. Oh yeah, wait a second, he can just Ice Storm first. I kinda forgot about that. He can just Ice Storm first. Oh, that's not me. Let's see. Let's play the Butcher because there's more mana. Mods are gods. Well, I'll let you guys chill for a second here now, but... We'll save you.
Of course I'm on your side.
Oh, we can't play Dawn's Wrath yet, so... Might as well play it in the same lane. Might as well.
Holding on to anything interesting?
So him stealing from us doesn't matter. Like there's just... Like maybe he can get himself a witch. I don't think he can even get himself a Fighter's Guild recruit anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much meaningless. But let's
Didn't
see.
see this coming, eh?
Just give you cover, split up, and see what happens. Can't Dawn's Wrath and get rid of this at the same time. I know, right, Yojimbo? Ooh. Holy crap. Apparently there were also a bunch of hosts that came by during this discussion. So, the Untitled Game Show with Beaky gave me a host, and Blizzcorp as well. You guys know Untitled Game Show. He's more known for his YouTube content, I think. Blizzcorp is a... Well, he's been around since, like, forever. Like, he's been streaming this game for, I want to say, just as long as I have. Maybe even longer? Maybe slightly shorter? He's been around his place for quite a while. You give him a follow. Even though he's French.
Didn't see this coming, eh?
Like, well, not because he's French, but because he's streaming in French. And all the hosts as well. Damn, Leap. Transgenders aren't trapped with ambushes. Hey, if you, like, go through the entire thing, then sure. Why not? Like, the only thing male about you at that point is your DNA. That's not quite the same thing. I don't think I can keep any of those. Icarus would probably play something respectable, so I need to draw a 2-mana card. Oh, file 1, 2, 3, 4. That's more like it.
Hail, friend.
Remember chat was good. On Twitch? Oh, please, Metro.
A strong arm is what you need.
Items. That could be scary. Ooh, even more goblins. I don't really want to send my Skoke over to the right side though. I don't want to give him cheap items. Cheap items sound scary as hell. I'm just gonna go get rid of it. I don't want to deal with cheap items.
I keep a spare
Oh,
blade.
please, Yojimbo. Damn. Well, let's see if the Savage can still make it through at the very least. You can still be a 5/5. Don't you dare.
Let's do this.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so we can
I
have
keep a
something
spare
on the
blade in my
board.
boot.
Even though you get yourself
Do
double
your work.
daggered next turn. Ooh. We can even claim the field lane back again. I kind of want to remove everything because I'm kind of scared of all those items. But he gets a prophecy!
A little distraction might prove useful.
Yeah, that sucks. So we didn't reclaim the field lane after all, we just got ultra punished. Well, that's, yeah. Is there...
Behold my power.
That actually means we lose all hope.
Do your work. By the 8th, they will meet
Maybe it
their
does. We can't draw with that because of that, which is also really bad for us. He gets... Weren't you something itemy? I guess you're just pure mid-range, maybe? Ah, fuck. An actual Northern Lion sub. I can recommend Northern Lion though. The live super show is funny as hell. Well, we don't, I'm not quite sure if it's like bugged to be that way or meant to be that way, but it's definitely been working differently. I need to play the Skulk right now so I can play the Skulk next turn. Might as well do the damage shield right now before he finds a ward for it or something. But it's bugged. Well, there you go. But yeah, I don't think it's actually
Chimera,
confirmed.
guide us.
Don't really want to give him another
I'll lead my family to glory.
prophecy though. This doesn't give him extra health, silly. Extra damage, I mean. But yeah. We're kind of keeping up in cards, but not anymore because of the Daggerful Mage. At least I don't think I have to worry about Ice Storm. Oh, I definitely don't have to worry about Ice Storm. That's why I was saving runes though. And I get a Fighters Guild recruit. Hey, Fighters Guild recruit. Ah, fuck. No Fighters Guild recruit. Nope. But we got a lot of guards, so hopefully we can also play something like a Matron together with it, but nope.
If I fall, the hist will reclaim me.
We'll shoot you. We're just gonna kill the things right now.
You.
I'm ready for anything.
So, let's hope we really are ready for anything because I need him to not kill me.
Let's do
Oh,
this.
please, Adegeko.
Behold my power.
We won't die next turn. But that is not a good draw, though. Ah, man. I think I also totally subconsciously took my my let's go from Northern Liars Let's Go though. No, just no.
Let's do this.
At least he missed all of them, so that's worth it. Just to see him just have way too much yellow in his deck apparently. Could you not jump? I needed that guy. Now I can't even try to Tuscan you to death. Ah well.
A hard-fought victory.
We're dead.
My fight is done.
There's no prophecies that can save us in this deck. There, Junior. There, Chat Pro. So one loss away from Spoders. That's what all y'all are waiting for. As soon as we start playing Spoders, though, we're going to run into just pure greed. Not even aggro, we're just gonna lose to pure greed. That seems to be the case a lot lately. Try and keep a Hex Mage. No, don't even keep a Hex Mage. Like 2, 4, and 3, and 5. Sure.
Bright moons light
Hail,
your
friend.
Two Hex Mages. We're gonna get one action.
Back Skyrim.
So classes are pretty important though, you know. Should probably just keep going to them. Master Banana.